Welcome to this explainer. Today, we are cracking open what is essentially the central nervous system of modern business. We're going to dive right in and look at exactly how the biggest, most complex companies in the world manage to keep everything running so smoothly, securely, and seamlessly.
I mean, just think about a massive global corporation for a second. How in the world does a business manage to keep its manufacturing lines, its purchasing agents, sales teams, and accountants all on the exact same page? How do they track absolutely everything without just descending into total chaos?
Part 1. The cost of disconnected data. Part 2. What is ERP software? Just imagine the inherent chaos of running a business with completely siloed departments, right? If your manufacturing team doesn't share real-time data with sales, or if purchasing is totally disconnected from accounting, the entire system just breaks down. Well, the ultimate technological fix to that very serious problem is Enterprise Resource Planning, or ERP. The scope of this concept is literally massive. It's essentially a powerful suite of integrated applications, so instead of a bunch of scattered spreadsheets, organizations use this software to collect, manage, and interpret data from almost every conceivable business activity, and they do it in real time.
So, let's look at exactly what data is being managed here. On one side, the system is tracking business resources. We're talking cash, raw materials, production capacity. And then on the other side, it meticulously tracks commitments, things like customer orders, internal purchase orders, and payroll. By sharing all this data across various departments, the ERP facilitates the seamless flow of information between all internal functions. It basically ensures the factory floor is perfectly in sync with outside stakeholders and suppliers.
Part 3. The core finance module.
A suite of applications doesn't truly meet the definition of an ERP without this core finance module. This acts as the organization's ultimate system of record. Whether it's a huge bulk purchase of raw steel for the warehouse or just an employee's overtime pay, this module takes the commercial impact of all those operations and translates it directly into the general ledger. It creates this one single, error-free financial truth. Absolutely crucial.
Part 4. Planning for future needs.
And this brings us to the exact difference between older software and modern solutions. See, standard integrated systems, they're great at tracking the current status of a business. But a true ERP system, it actively plans for the future. It's actually forecasting the exact resources, staffing requirements, and manufacturing capabilities that you're going to need to meet long-term business objectives long before those needs even arise. It's a real game changer.
Part 5. The shift to cloud ERP.
Historically, running an ERP meant dealing with these clunky local on-premise setups. We're talking heavy hardware, complex local networks, and massive on-site databases. But today, cloud-based applications have pretty much taken over the whole shebang. The efficiency gains are just massive, primarily because all that critical data is securely available from literally any location with an internet connection. It allows global teams to collaborate instantly no matter where they are.
Part 6. An $80 billion market. $81 billion. Yep. Current estimates project the global ERP market could reach that staggering number by 2026. To put that into perspective, it really just reflects how totally dependent the global economy is on these integrated databases. They're basically keeping the lights on and making sure supply chains are moving smoothly all across the world.
Which brings us to our final takeaway. It's really easy to think of these multi-million-dollar software deployments as something only massive global tech giants use. But that's just no longer true. Smaller enterprises are increasingly adopting ERP systems to enhance their efficiency, especially since the barrier to entry has dropped so much thanks to the cloud. So the question I want to leave you with is this. If the data flow in your own organization feels kind of disconnected and chaotic, is it time you started looking for an integrated